Hey everybody, Trucker Joe here. I just want to go over flatbed trailers. Want to go over flatbed trailers because people have asked me before about why do you drive flatbed instead of, like, say, a dry van trailer or a tanker or a reefer, maybe another type of hauling where you can make more money or what, you know. Even my wife asked me, why don't you do dry van trailer? Because sometimes when I'm out here securing my load and stuff, you know, it's hot, I get sweaty, I get tired because I'm old and I'm fat. And she's just like, well, how much longer can you hold this up for? Meanwhile, one of my over-the-road trainers, he was like 60 years old still doing it, like, but he was also kind of fit too. So, I mean, whatever, it is what it is. I need to start working out more and better. I have dumbbells my wife got me, you know, 55 pounders. They have like a dial on them, so like I can change from like 15 to 25 to 35 to, you know, it goes up to like 55. And I have them behind my seat, and I pull them out every once in a while, and I think I'm gonna pull them out after this video because she might be on some. Might need to be using them more often than not. All right, so back to the trailer, not my physical fitness. All right, so what I like about flatbed is the fact that it sits low. So you have the center of gravity on your side, right? So if you have, so say you have, like, say, rebar I'm hauling, which is only like a couple feet high, and that's it. Whereas if you had, say, let's say you put a load that was a couple feet high in a dry van trailer, well, you still have that tall trailer, you still drive around in a 13.6 clearance. So, I mean, it's different. Because it sits low, you can go under low bridges. Because you can go under low bridges as long as you don't have a high top roof. So high top roof, it's like 13.6. For me personally, in my mid roof, I was able to go under a 13-foot bridge. Got to make sure your load in the back isn't taller than the top of your rig. But say you're hauling like rebar or whatever, 13-foot rig. I know for a fact my rig can go through it, underneath it, just fine. And my load, since it's lower than the top of my tractor, I also know that can also go through. That's just the rigs I've driven. You want to make sure that you yourself are driving when you do go underneath low bridges, that you check your height of your own tractor. That's just my experience that I'm just sharing, not you know, test it out on yours and then you find out that it can't for whatever reason. But also it's a better visibility. So when I back up, right, I don't see a wall like I do when I drive in a trailer. There is no wall there, right? The top of my trailer is the bottom of where you step on. So I can see over my trailer. It's not that high at all. It's like maybe like chest high when I stand next to it. So it's like 4 feet high, and that's it. So I could see a lot better. I could see what's behind my trailer a lot more clear when I'm backing up, as opposed to, say, a dry van. You can't, because there's a huge wall there in the way. So I do like that feature. Another feature that I like in the ones that I drive personally, that we have at this company, is spread axles. So with spread axles, to me at least, it feels like it's pretty stable, a little bit more stable than when the axles are closer together on those trailers. But with the spread axles that I have, also, they're like 10 feet apart, and because they're apart, they have different weight ratings. So when the axles are together, for instance, I think they're like rated at like 34.5. But when they're separated, like mine, spread out, then they're more like, you could put 20,000 pounds here and 20,000 pounds here, and you should be fine. Well, 19,999 for both of them, let's just say. Don't want to go over, no tickets. DOT will get you. Maybe not today, but definitely tomorrow. They're just like funny like that. So you do something you ain't supposed to be doing. There you go. Yeah, I mean, and you know, windy days as well. Like when my tractor, like when my trailer, when I'm not loaded, you know, big gust of wind comes, I'm doing 60 down the highway, because the wind comes, you know, there's nothing for the wind to latch onto, so it kind of like goes through it, you know, the lower center of gravity. It's pretty heavy, and it just goes right through it. Now, if I was in a dry van trailer, I would feel it. I was in school, Smith & Solomon, and it was windy that day when it was my turn to drive. And we went around, I think there was like this big loop, I think it was like 5-7 miles. We would go around the same loop with traffic and everything. And like, I remember doing like maybe like 25, and a huge gust of wind came. And you can feel it like pull you. You can actually feel it pull the tractor over and stuff. So that was kind of interesting. I was scared. I definitely was doing way below the speed limit on that day. And even my trainer was like, are you okay? Like, you can go a little bit faster. And I'm like, I don't think so. I'm going to hold up here for a little bit, you know, 40 and, you know, I was in the slow lane. I was going slow. But, damn, you know, like, it definitely got me worried there for a moment. But that's just the trailer part of why I like flatbedding. The other side of flatbedding that I love is securing. I don't know why. It's just something that's there, where you take the straps, you throw it over, you crank it down, and you put the, sometimes you need edge protectors, put the edge protectors up, you have to tarp. Now there, tarping. Listen, some people, all right, can't tarp worth of anything. If they're like dependent on it, they'll just have to, I don't know, just be embarrassed by it, I guess. Because tarping is like, I take tarping kind of, I don't want to say serious, but it's definitely workmanship. Definitely take pride in my tarping, right? I love the securement, this, that, and the other, pulling the chains and the binders and tightening everything down, make sure everything is good, and put the edge protection there. Like, I love doing things the right way. I don't know why, I just do. And then you get to the tarping, right? Now you gotta tarp your load. That is very important, securing, no doubt. Most important, because if your load goes, then you're in a deep of trouble. But I think tarping should be up there, because I have seen tarps just like flapping in the wind, like Superman's cape or something. Just, you know, see the ray, this and this. So weird. It's like, come on, dude. Like, you don't have enough bungees to like put an extra couple more on, you know, maybe pull it taut, you know, so it doesn't go nowhere, it doesn't fly everywhere. It looks ridiculous, dude. And that's like, and then your company's name, whether it's your I mean, you might be a company guy, driver, or an owner operator, whatever, but it's all, the name is on the side of the rig. People are going to know who you are. People are going to know what company you work for, or what company is doing this, you know. And if it's your company, show a little pride, dude. Just a little, you know, take that few extra moments. Bungees aren't really that expensive. I mean, your company should provide them, but if you're an owner operator, they're really not that expensive. Go to the store, get some bungees. You know, I get it, like, it's extra work, and it might be at a time when you're doing this where you're already low on time, and you're tired, and, you know, your bones be aching, you know, you pulled something in your back. I get it, you know, I get it. It does, it isn't, you know, ideal sometimes to do the right thing, but, dude, man, the DOT will pull you, if you're new, the DOT will pull you over more than likely if you're all ate up like that. If you're ate up like that, and I was DOT, I would pull you over. Like, come on, take a little pride in your work. You know, people see that stuff too. You know, it's flapping in the wind, like, where's the tarp going? Come on, take a little more. Oh, and another thing about tarping. So, I love seeing that there is a tarp to load, right? And I'm not talking about, like, maybe one portion of your load should be tarped and the other one doesn't have to be. Because those you just like isolate where you need to tarp and that's it. And then the other part that doesn't have to be tarped, if you have a split load, that's fine. You know, that's okay. But when it's all one material, the same material, and then you go in tarp, but you only put the one tarp on, and it takes almost the length of your trailer, and you don't have the second tarp on it as well to finish the tarp job. Why? Why? What are you even doing at that point in time? Like, how can that even be considered a tarp job? It's part of a tarp job. It's a tarp job that's not finished. You began it and didn't finish it, and you're driving down the highway. How? How? Explain to me how, please. Sorry for this rant, but something needs to be done about that. Like, come on, truckers. We could do better than that. We could do better than that. And new guys, definitely take the time. I know it's a big, you know, pain in the butt to go up there on your load and you know, roll your tarps all out, or if you have one of those tarp machines, you know, the unroll on the ground, hook it up, you know, then with the button, have the machine take it up and over for you. But take that time. It really does. I mean, it'll save you the hassle of talking to some, say, a cop that's just having a bad day. He's having a bad day. Maybe something bad at work happened, you know, maybe he has a headache, or maybe his family life, because he's always working, just had an argument with his wife. And then he sees you down there with half of a tarp job, like a bonehead. Come on. He's going to take it out on you. I would take it out on you. It needs to be taken out on you because you didn't finish your job. Come on, man. That's all I'm saying. Just finish the job. That's all I'm saying. Just finish the job. It means so much. Workmanship, people. You know, flatbedders that are out here, we need to do better on that. I've seen so many people, I don't know, maybe not, maybe they can, they know better and they just don't, or they don't know better. I think they get away with it. Maybe it's not that far, but man, people always see, people always look. You know, I mean, I try to do the best I can out here. You know, sometimes I may skip a step. When I say skip a step, I mean, like, I try to bungee every single loop that's in my tarp. So when I skip a step, I may go like one loop every other, maybe, but it's still taut, it's still tight, and it's still not flapping all over the place. You know, we could be doing better than that. But I love tarping because actually it kind of shows the people on the highway what type of worker you are. You know, if you're a good worker, if, you know, attention to detail type of guy, if you're out here trying to do the right things and stuff like that, you know, your tarp's not going to be all over the place. So, I mean, some companies are on it more than others, I believe, I think. I don't know. I mean, TMC's, that company, their tarps are like a lot, like, I don't think I really saw too many bad ones from them. Their tarps are pretty on point, you know. But then there's other truckers that'll go out here and they have no tarps on, and it's wallboard. You kind of know it needs to be tarped. Like, come on, dude, take the time, put the tarp on, do the right things, you know, set a good example for other people on the road, you know. But that's why I like flatbedding. You know, there's some negatives, you know, like it could be like 900 degrees out here and you're tarping, or it could be, if you're in Canada, you know, -60 and you're tarping. I get it, it freezes, your hands get cold, you can't feel them, all numbness and stuff, or you're just like dehydrated at all trying to tarp in the desert because that's where the plant is. I mean, I get it, but do the right things. And this message, I guess, is part to my wife. This is why I like flatbedding, so no need to keep on asking those questions, and I'll be working out more, wifey. So yeah, so anyways, that's all I got for you today. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Keep on trucking on.